I don't care if you have the best sales funnel in the world. If you drive no traffic to it, you won't get any sales. What is up, everyone? My name is Cole McMullen, and I want to welcome you guys to my very first ever YouTube video. Now, I want to build a community of entrepreneurs and like-minded people, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe and like button to make sure you stay tuned and see more of my upcoming videos. Now, to get started with things, I want to talk about the importance of traffic, right? Because whenever I first started, I unfortunately had my ad account banned. Now, what that meant is I wasn't able to keep running ads through that ad account anymore, right? I wasn't able to run any more Facebook ads on that ad account. But luckily, I owned a ton of traffic and had an email list of over 25,000 people. And that's the reason I was still able to keep my business profitable. And if I didn't have all of that traffic and if I didn't have that email list, my business would have crashed and it would have burned and I would have had to start over from the beginning. But before I tell you guys how I did that, I want to go over the 3 different types of traffic. Now, the first type of traffic is traffic that you control. Now, you don't necessarily own this traffic. Like, other people own this. Like, Facebook owns this traffic. Google owns this traffic. Now, what you would do is if you wanted to run a Facebook ad, what you do is you would get your sales funnel on your product and you would go over to Mark Zuckerberg and you would give him some money. Luckily, Facebook's very nice and lets you advertise on their platform. So you would go over and give Mark some money and Mark would be like, hey, where do you want me to send this traffic to? And you would give him your sales funnel. And now Facebook would send all of this traffic to your sales funnel. And that's how you would get all of your sales. Now, the second type of traffic is traffic that you earn. Now, you didn't necessarily pay for this traffic, but you earned it through maybe a podcast or you got on a blog or an article. But I earned that traffic because I was featured on a podcast. Now, the third type of traffic is traffic that you own. And this is like the end result. This is where you want to drive the traffic that you control and the traffic you earn, and you want to put that all into traffic you own, right? Because if you don't own traffic, if something were to happen to your business, say your ad account gets shut down or something happens along those terms, you lose all of those people if you don't own that traffic. If you don't own it, you lost all of those people forever, right? So it's so important to make sure that all the traffic you control and the traffic you earn, it's very important to make sure you convert that into traffic you own, because your customer list is your most valuable asset in your business. The reason Facebook and Google are so powerful is because they control all of the eyeballs, right? They control everybody. They have everybody's information. They control all of the traffic because they own it. You don't own it, they own it. So that's why it's traffic you control, is because you're controlling the ad where they're driving traffic to you. So in most common sense, your job as an entrepreneur is to get the traffic you control and the traffic you earn and convert it into your own traffic. So for example, guys, if you wanted to buy Snapchat, you wouldn't be buying their software, right? Snapchat's like a $20 billion company. So if you wanted to go and buy them, you wouldn't be buying their app. You wouldn't be buying their software. You could easily go to someone and pay them a couple $1,000s to recreate the same exact app, right? So you wouldn't be buying the software. What you would be buying is their customers. You would be buying the millions and millions of people who use it. So now you know the importance of converting traffic that you control and earn to traffic that you own. But how do you actually do that? How do you actually convert that traffic to traffic that you own? The best way to do that is through your email list. That's why anytime you ever go to a different funnel or a website, they always ask you for your email. Now, many of you guys might be wondering why they always did that. And probably some of you guys don't even check your email, right? And you're probably like, oh, well, if I don't check my email, other people probably don't either. But it goes into a lot more detail, right? There's different kind of sequences and all this different kind of stuff that's really cool that will actually convert people. And believe it or not, even though some of you guys feel like you don't really check your emails or anything, a ton of people actually do. And that's the reason I was able to keep my business up and running, right? That's why I was able to keep my business profitable and making me $1,000 a day. So to collect someone's email, there's really 2 types of ways to do that, right? You can either have an opt-in page, which an opt-in page is like basically the first step of your sales funnel, right? So the first way that you can collect someone's email is through an opt-in page where you're just basically just asking for their email on a separate page. Now, the second type of really an opt-in would be straight to your sales page, but you'd have a pop-up that comes down and says enter your email to get this special deal or a coupon or whatever you do. Now, it doesn't have to be a free plus shipping product, right? You can do this if you're affiliate marketing. You can do this with all different types of business models. If you had a high ticket product, right, you could still get a 40% discount if you enter in your email. So no matter what business model you use, you always need to collect their email. If you don't, then you will never have that customer. And another reason why it's so important to have their email is because, yeah, you might have got them on the initial product, right? They might have bought from you first. But after they buy from you, if you don't have their email, you lost them. You have no clue who they are, right? You'll never be able to retarget them. Even though you know that they bought it from you before, you're not going to be able to retarget them because you don't have any of their information. So the reason it's so important is because if, say, someone comes to your funnel and buys from you, right? They buy one of your products and that's what you're selling, but maybe like a month down the road, you decide to open up another product in the same market. So you can actually target that product, that new product that you just released, to all the previous people that bought from you because they already showed interest. Instead of having to run that ad and trying to find them again, you already know who they are. And they already showed you that they'll buy something from you, and as long as your product was good and you got it to them fast or they had a good experience, they're going to buy from you again, right? Another thing I want to go over really quickly is once you build a connection with somebody, they're your customer for life. You're never gonna lose them. That's why if you ever buy from a certain brand and you really like that brand and maybe they reached out to you, remember they sent you something else for free. Maybe they went out of their way to make you feel special. And then if another brand comes up and markets you that same product or another product, you would obviously choose the brand that you already bought from because you trust them, because you have a connection, because they went out of their way for you, right? So whenever you go out of your way for a customer and you make them feel special, they will be lifelong customers to you. So a quick recap is make sure that you get the traffic you control and traffic that you earn to traffic that you own. And you can do that by building an email list of people, getting their emails, right? And you can do that through an opt-in page or a pop-up on your sales page. These 3 things are going to save your business tremendously, so make sure you do them. And that really wraps up this video. If this video was helpful, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to really see more from me, make sure you leave a comment down below or leave a comment of what subject you want me to cover next. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.